we're back from the commercial break, and if you stuck through that and you're waiting for unpacking, thank you so very much. You're still tuned in to Culture Daily, coming to you on 3 Music TV and Plus 89.9 FM. On Unpacking this morning, we are going to be having a conversation with Josh Blakk. I would have loved for you to, hear how he sounds, but it's rather unfortunate. Maybe another time, okay, we bring him on to do, a whole performance. But until then, let's find out who Josh Blakk is. He recently released an album on the 15th of December, okay? Now, almost 2 months down the line, how is that album doing? O.N.E, or one, right? Let's get into the conversation. Hi, Josh.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I like your complexion.
Oh, thank you.
Really nice, really,
Thank you. That's where
heavy.
That's where the name comes from.
Yeah. Oh, right. I mean, obviously, right? Yeah. But anyway, I'd like us to start from the very beginning, right? How would you describe who Josh Blakk is?
Just a geek or a crazy guy for music. I'm a lover of music first, before anything, before being an artist or before being a musician, or however I may be described as. So Josh Blakk is just some guy who loves music. Some guy who loves music.
At what point did you realize that you love music so much so that you don't just want to be a consumer of it, but you also want to actively participate in, how well people consume it?
Yeah, I think my first ever competition was in class 5 or maybe class 2. So maybe back then.
Okay.
But I've always believed in. I think being a musician is just a form of being a messenger, like transmitting not just messages but vibes, to people, good energy and whatnot. So at a very young age, I had that, I would say calling, or I had that urge to just do that. Yeah, so I can't put it, but for as long as I can remember, I'm always performing, I'm always singing. Back in the day, I'll just have my guitar, walk down the street, and sometimes I walk through the mall. Yeah, I play and sing. Because it's a lifestyle. It's more.
But that would be really soothing for those who have the pleasure or the benefit of listening to you. Because we may not always agree to it, but people are actually going through stuff, right? And they may not know that is what they need at the point they need it. Do you still do that?
It's been a while. Maybe the last time I did that was 2 years ago.
Why did you stop?
Family.
Oh, they asked you to stop?
No, they didn't ask me to stop. I've got my own family now, so I'm a bit limited in some things. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's really, really nice. But that will also lead me to asking whether you have, any plans to have maybe a headline concert where you just, play the guitar throughout, no music,
that's my niche. That's what I used to do, acoustic music. You understand? Yeah, just play and sing and
no
share.
Singing. No, this one.
Or just no singing, just the guitar.
Yeah.
I haven't, but I think I'll do that. That's actually interesting.
Handshake.
I'll send you royalties.
Please. I need it. I need it.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Because I'm yet to see somebody do that.
Just have a guitar.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, that'll be nice. So I'll be looking forward to that. Right? All right. Now, between the time that you started music, you started performing in class 2 or class 5, till when you took music seriously, what were the things that happened to propel you to decide to take music seriously?
One of the main things was my father made me the head of music in church.
Okay.
I was about 12 years, so overseeing grown-ups.
12-year-old head of music.
Yeah,
okay.
I was 12 years, I remember. I was 12 years, I was about turning 13 when that happened. So overseeing grown-ups and teaching them what to sing, what parts to sing and stuff like that was I think one of the first steps, and then later on, when I had joined the band, so I think those, so many things happened that propelled me, to making this my life and my career.
Right.
Yeah, so but the main thing was when it started from church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Started from church. Is a typical answer, it's a typical occurrence that we get with. They start from church and they move out of the church.
Oh, I'm still.
I understand that, but I'm saying people actually start from church, they move out of the church. We have those who also don't start from church and get back into the church. People also start in church and stay in church for the rest of their lives.
Churches.
So yeah, it's really different. But on your experience as being the head of music at that young age, how did that work? Was this in Ghana first of all?
Yeah, it was in Ghana.
Okay, now knowing how Ghanaian adults, quote unquote, look down on youngings as, I mean, you're young, so you're probably not wise or you don't know anything because unfortunately, right, age and maturity are two different things. I think that some people are yet to grasp that, right? But yeah, how was that for you?
Interesting, actually, because I think like two people stopped the choir safe. Because when it comes to music, I've always been some kind of, what would I say? Should I say no nonsense? Maybe because, and it was interesting because people, as you said, they look down at you and
and they may not even take instructions.
No, they will not. But then it was more. What word should I use? It was soft. Make I use the word.
Okay.
It was a bit soft because then people grew into it, and I'm a very likable person. I like myself. So so I mean, even at that age, it's always been fun. So you play something because I used to play the keys at that age. I play the keys. We try to do a song. We try to do it as we heard. It doesn't come out that way. Right. We laugh about it, So all these things. So at first it was a bit rough, but then eventually, I remember people really getting into it, and it was a one family kind of thing.
Nice. That's good. That's good to know that it was soft. Okay, now having been in the industry, for as long as you have been in it, right? You released your debut album last year, right? In December, right? What was the inspiration to release the album when you released it?
So prior to this, I had attempted to release albums for over 6-7 years.
What was the holdback at the time?
Sometimes proper distribution, sometimes the financing of it.
Okay.
Other times I didn't like the quality of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that to say that with this one, everything came together? Finances are right, distribution on point?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get into that then.
Got a nice plug. So, I mean, they're amazing. The way they've distributed the project, and it's getting to the consumers. It's one thing making music, it's another thing getting it to people to listen to it. You understand? So, everything was on point. The whole project started out, it was just a conversation, of no effort.
Okay.
We're talking about how love,
okay, so that's what the O.N.E
stands for.
Okay.
So it was just a conversation, me and my guys, and we made a song, number one. And then, it started from there, And I remember saying to Chiwave, who produced most of the songs, we could co-produce together, saying that, Charlie, I want to do an album that really captures, high life and soul music, what I call high soul.
Right.
So
high soul.
Yeah.
So that's a Josh Blakk genre.
Yeah, that's my genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
High life and
soul music.
Okay.
Because I love high life. That's my identity. But when I open my mouth to sing, I sound soulful.
Soul.
You understand?
Right.
I can't run away from that.
So you have to bring everything together.
So I'm merging it. Yeah.
Right.
So that was the aim, to see how it will be like for, the market. So if you listen to songs like Iyawo, I'm singing it with like a soulful stuff, soulful voice, but then the instrumentation is very high life, if you listen to True Love is Hard to Find, it has a bit of bop in it, a kick, in it. So everything just came together because I wasn't working alone.
Okay.
And I had voices, the right voices in my head and around me.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Hanky Panky was the first single that you released of the album. Was that strategic? And if it was, why?
Hanky Panky is a vibe for us. Even the name says... Hanky Panky, how it happened, I was playing the guitar. I was just messing around with some chords, and it sounded good. then he had the drum pad, so he played the part into it, and we made the music like right there. The lyrics were not written down. That's why you have. I was just fooling around like when the sleep seed and it's not, you know. So it was just a vibe kind of thing. So Hanky Panky has always been in fact, when I first recorded, my friend was like, "Are you really going to leave that in the song?" I'm like, "I'll go left."
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Which is okay. So would you say that you write down all of your songs, or is it just a regular vibe? It depends on what. Please tell me.
Sometimes I wake up with a song.
Okay.
So I try. You see, sometimes if my wife wake up from bed and she hears me, I'm humming because I probably had a dream or something about some melody and I don't want to lose it. Sometimes I am inspired by. I mostly write about things around me, things that are going on in my life. So it depends on what the song demands.
Right.
If it's a freestyle, like the outro for the project was a freestyle. I didn't write anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about I love you, but if you go, I'll be okay. You understand? Yeah.
Well, talking about songs on the album, you have some very notable collaborations on there, right? You have Kojo Q, Mr. K, Nadu, Dakwa, right? What informed your decision to, handpick? Because I believe that as an artist, you have the choice to, decide who you feature on a song or not, right? So what informed, your feature decisions?
I'll say vibes, the vibe.
Okay.
You understand? The energy with it. The funny thing with Kojo Q is when I made that song, I saved it as Wavy Q. I was like, Charlie, this song is perfect for Kojo Q. Because I listened to Kojo Q's stuff, right, from way back. And nature or faith or God had it so planned out that 2 days after I had produced the song, I met him.
For the first time?
For the first time, face to face.
Okay.
And I met you for something else entirely. So whilst all that was going on, I just called and I said, bro, I have a song for you. It was like, let's do this. It was so easy, man. That guy, he's amazing. Because he had heard my stuff and stuff like that. So it was like, let's rock it. So I sent him the stuff.
Okay.
A few days later, he sent it back, and it was just, like bread and butter. Melted.
Nice.
It was really nice. It's one of my favorite songs on the project. True Love is Hard to Find is one of my favorite songs.
How about your other features?
Yeah, so K2, he was around, because he's in Nigeria, so he came to Ghana for a while, and we were just vibing to it. I was playing, that song is a confusion song as a musician.
Why do you call it that?
Yeah, because we played in 2 different keys, right? So we were experimenting on it and seeing, and it came out beautiful, so... It's the vibe, you understand? With Dakwa, I had heard so much about Dakwa. Dakwa here, Dakwa there, Dakwa there. So I listened to her song. I was like, nah, she really has a good voice, So we got talking, manager, blah, blah, blah. Then she came, we had a session. We spoke about, before we recorded, we made the music right there. It wasn't something like I had created. No. Right there, we spoke about, because it's a love-themed album, so we spoke about love.
Creativity and spontaneity.
Oh, listen, it was amazing. I played something, and she was singing, then I sang on it, and Nadu is also one of my favorite songs on the project. So it's just the vibe. It was intentional, the people I worked with,
Which is good. I mean, there should be some intentionality when you're creating a body of work like this, so that's really good. Now, speaking on... What are you going to say?
I want to manifest, but he didn't manifest.
Eventually. I think, with time, right?
Yeah. Oh, I met him and I told you.
When the right time comes.
Bro, I have you on the song one day. You say, hard guy.
Yeah, eventually it will happen.
Yeah.
But you mentioned intentionality, right? Yeah. Now, off the back of your of No Effort album, you had the one concert.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Will you tell me about that?
Amazing. People hearing the songs for the first time. So what we did was the album dropped on the 15th. So we did a show for it on the 14th. The night before. And people hearing the song for the first time and vibing with it, and the response was just It was amazing because sometimes, you know, when you're doing, I've done a lot of live shows, but back in the day, you'd be singing like covers and stuff like that. And when you do your own music, you know, people are a bit withdrawn, you know, because they've not heard it before.
Yeah.
You know? But when it's good, they vibe with it. But everybody was singing along and vibing as if these are the songs they've been listening to, you know, when they were giving birth to.
Those are like hardcore fans, so that's
no,
really
but they still didn't even know the songs.
Well, regardless of what it is, that's what I'm saying. Like, people should want you or love you that much to be able to, you know.
Those are the ones that have been rocking with me for a very long time.
So it's typical. So that's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
But still on, you know, you being intentional about the album, you're going on tour.
I am.
The one-way tour.
One way.
The name I like the one-way tour. I mean, playing on the name of the album, like, it's really nice. Aside touring all the African countries, you're going to be touring Nigeria, Kenya, you know, all of that. Are you also looking at, you know, intra tour? You know, within Ghana, because then I feel like sometimes that is also really necessary. Instead of just upping and going out of the country, you can also, you know, introduce yourselves to, because Accra is not Ghana and Ghana is not Accra, you know. So are you thinking about that? And then let's talk about the one-way tour in totality.
Yeah, so I've done that in the past, maybe not with this project, but I've been to Kumasi, me a Kumasi boy.
Okay.
So I've been to Kumasi to perform my stuff, like 3 or 4 places. So I'll say I've done Kumasi and Accra. I've probably not done Takrade or Sunyani and all of that. Tamale. I attempted to do Tamale. Volta, that was many years ago. But I attempted to do Tamale and it didn't work out. So we have given it thought, but it's like, I feel like I've been doing this for so long in Ghana. The only time I ever went to Nigeria was in 2012, like way back. So I just feel like it's time to try and cross the borders as well.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and see how it goes.
You mentioned you tried Tamale, but it didn't work out. What went wrong?
The venue.
Okay.
Yeah, the venue. They pulled out last minute.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, you know, as you start to embark on, you know, the tour and then go all around.
To be more receptive here.
Thank you. And then when you come home, when you come home, you know, it gets better. So there's that as well. You either start from home and go out. Or go out and then they see you and then they now start to welcome you and say that, oh, he is one of us. So that will be really nice to see.
I'm very excited about this tour because I mean it's only 4 countries, but it's not only 4 countries. You understand? Like it's me doing something crazy. It's like this is really crazy. Like going out there to perform to people, you know, who probably haven't heard the music. We're trying to push the music, you know, on their airwaves before we get there. But, you know, it's not that easy, you know. But we're trying, no matter what, we're trying to see how we can make that work. So that even before we get there, maybe some people would have listened to some songs and then vibe with it. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's an adventure. I love adventure, so we'll do it.
How do you work on promotion for you? How does it work for you when you're promoting your music?
So as I said, I have a team now. Like for so many years, I was doing stuff alone. Like doing, you know, I was my own promoter, producer, manager, and everything. But now I have a team, and these are wonderful guys who have just like decided that, you know, they're gonna push the Josh Blakk music to people's nostrils. So we sit. We dine, we talk, we plan, we execute, and so far so good.
So far so good.
Yeah, really, I can't complain. Like
that's nice.
Yeah, I see what I had been, you know, lacking. You know. I feel like that was like the missing ingredient.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But now the food, please. The food is complete because you found the missing ingredient. If you were asked to choose one song, just one song of the one album or the O.N.E album, that's your absolute favorite, what song would that be?
Wow,
Try.
I've been trying.
Okay, try and pick one song. They'll give you $10 million.
Up it. I'll choose a song.
Ah, that was really fast.
Raise me 100.
Okay, $100 million. Imaginary.
Pay commission first.
Josh is in no position to choose.
Because trust me, because when you are involved with the production, and every song has like even the song where I'm talking to my wife, yeah, it's a song on its own.
Right.
But then I had this conversation with my wife that I felt like it needed to like
be in there. Right.
So I took out the song and I put our voices there, of the conversation. And I had this big man in Niger listen to the project and tell my guy to tell me that his favorite song is
that one.
Is the conversation, because he just literally had that conversation with his wife a few days ago.
Relatability.
Exactly.
Huh? Okay, let me switch it up. Should they wake you from sleep? What would be the first song of the album that you sing?
The last one I listened to.
Okay, so sing it for me then.
You want me to sing it?
Yes.
Oh, I can sing it. Okay. All I desire is to just be with you. Tell me now what's your issue, 'cause you be my queen, no. Don't quench this fire, I am burning for you, my Wayama. You make me feel like say now you I live for. And all I know is I love you more than I know. Why your ma? I no go fight you again. I go love you today.
Okay, today, end it. Hold it today. Because I've said to them that, one of these days,
I'll
have you come.
Proper,
exactly.
yeah.
Please, don't extend all over here on unpacking. Because, just build anticipation. But you do have a great voice.
Thank you.
That I should say. I've not heard you I've not heard you perform, personally one-on-one like this. I've listened to your music, so yeah, you actually do have a really, really great voice. Now let's spin off being a musician, and also you say you had a part to play when it came to producing of the album, right? What other branches in music are you looking to venturing into? Have you considered, if any? I'm
actually it's funny you ask this, because we've been talking about like getting other younger musicians, on board. We are not a record label, but as a team, we really function. So we've been talking about in the future, trying to see if we can also get maybe, I don't like using the word up and coming. I don't think there should be a word like
passionate,
but more passionate, purposeful or purpose-driven or goal-driven young artists that can or that want to, also break out and then, work with. So aside being, because aside being a producer and being an artist and also being a musician, I want to try and also like help out in the smallest way I can. Get some people on board, like, because there's some young people that are singing now that Charlie.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
But with that thought, that would also mean that you've done some introspection to also maybe realize that you've evolved as an artist over the years, right? And so that's why you'd want to probably pull in some younger people into the fold and then groom them, right? So what would that be for you? What would you say the trajectory of your evolution has been?
Not as fast as I thought it was going to be.
But it's okay. I believe that things happen at the right time.
Exactly. So. I also believe. I know the rush things, Charlie. Like, if it will be, it will be. But I always try to make sure it will be. You understand? So, my evolution has been really, really, and I've got a lot of experience. You understand, from performing. Because I've done a lot of live shows. I may not have been releasing music, but when it comes to live shows, I
we started hearing the name Josh Blakk, no be
today, bro. Like, they know, people who know, like, from Piano Bar to Republic Bar, shout outs to Kofi and Raj. Like, they were the ones who first gave me a spot at Republic Bar, like, way back 2013. You understand? When nobody even knew Josh Blakk and the Wache band. So I have a lot of experience from performing at weddings, corporate gigs and stuff like that. And that life was taking me away from the artist life. Because it was like quick money. You go play papaya.
But once the money is coming in. No, because they're into our brain. Truly. Like, why do we up and go to work? Or why are we applying ourselves to our passions and our purposes and to duty, right? I'm yet to see somebody who says that they are working but they don't want to earn. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it makes a lot of sense if you were doing all of that and the money was still coming in and then you were not focusing. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right. So we haven't spoken about when the one-way tour is starting. So when are you starting and how long is it running for?
So we're starting the first show in Accra.
Okay.
Right. We've got the venue. I'm not supposed to announce the venue.
When is that? But the date? The
date is on the 17th. 17th of February.
Okay.
That's the first show. Then the next show in Lagos will be on the 23rd. So Lagos, we're doing 2 shows.
Okay.
Niger, sorry, we're doing 2 shows, 2 different locations. So 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the following day, we go to Kenya. Right there.
Back to back. And then...
This is the life we choose.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, then the following week, we finish at SA.
Okay.
And then we come back. And then we look towards the rest of the year. We're going to release the deluxe version, which has other features, interesting features.
I'm yet to understand the concept of these deluxe, bodies of work, because to me, I'm like, why don't you just create, a different, album? You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to be one deluxe?
Yeah.
That's what's going to be?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, aside the deluxe, what other are you going to be giving us, new? Because the deluxe is not seen as entirely new, right? Are you going to be giving us new bodies of work, maybe an EP, an album, singles?
Yeah, definitely. We're doing an album later. In fact, the album is 75% done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to come out later.
How many songs are going to be on that album?
12.
How many songs are on the deluxe?
14.
So that's to say that you're giving us 2 albums this year?
Yep.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Iboku, you playing?
All the best.
Thank you
all
so
the best.
much.
That's all I can say. On the plans for 2024,
2024,
and then also with your tour as well. I mean, we'll be following on socials, and then also of course supporting as much as we can.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Go be great.
Thanks,
Josh. It's been a great conversation. Yes, my guest this morning, the conversation was good. I enjoyed the conversation with Josh Blakk on Unpacking. You're still tuned in to Culture Daily, coming to you on Plus 89.9 FM and 3 Music TV. Now, you know how the show runs. For those who do not know, well, see Will, Fresh and Cutie.